Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I thought I'd do a little bit of a project share of some things that I had been working on and didn't have time to film while I was working on them. The first few layouts I'm going to share were done with the August Scrapbooking Fanatics Inspire Box. Now the Inspire Box came with the Simple Stories collection, Just Beachy. I used some older photos when I was creating with this, but I felt like I got a lot used. So this layout that's me and my girls, my husband and my girls, and this is old. This is from July 2001. We had gone to Destin on a little vacation, and I'm just documenting some of those photos. It's nice to sometimes get some of those older photos done. So we've got, a background paper, and it's matted. And what you'll see here is at the top, I used all kinds of flower embellishments. Of course, putting them up on pop dots to create some dimension. I've got, vacation, some more of the ephemera pieces and stickers and more flowers. And then I use these little beach houses down here. But again, this was for the August Scrapbooking Fanatics Inspire Box. The second layout I got done with the Inspire Box is again still from our vacation in Destin from quite some time ago. And while we were there on the beach, the girls both got some braids in their hair along with some henna tattoos. So I was just going ahead and documenting those photos. I used some rub-ons, and the rub-ons worked great on the photo. It was kind of fun to do that here too. And lots of florals, the background paper. We've got a rub-on here with the toucan, foam, chipboard, all kinds of fun stuff. So this was the second layout I did with the Inspire Box. And then here's the third one I got done. Now this one is from probably about 2005, I would think. And this is in Orlando, Florida. We were going to Universal Studios, and this is when you're walking through. I believe the shop is a Tommy Bahama shop. Not positive, don't quote me, but they have this little setup out there where it looks like the kid. If you take a picture there, it looks like you're surfing. So I again used that collection. I used the map paper for the background. I used lots of tags back here, some twine. We've got enamel dots. Built a big cluster down here with a bunch of the different pieces. There's both stickers as well as ephemera, the enamel dots, and then here's a rub-on, and then also the big wave. This wave here is a rub-on as well, and then this one's chipboard. But I did these three layouts with the August Scrapbooking Fanatics Inspire Box using that Simple Stories Just Beachy collection. So these were fun to do. Now this one I was inspired by when I was in Georgia with my friends. Scylla had done a layout where it was actually taking, how you get all these tags in the collections now. I didn't remember exactly what she had done with it, and then I found it afterwards. She actually made a heart with her tags. I just made this large circle and put these two photos in there, my daughter and my granddaughter, and this is from the day of her ice show. She took, a nice picture, and then they made funny faces. But this is the Simple Stories True Colors collection, and you'll see I did put twine in all these. Not sure if I like that or not, but it's done. I've got labels and flowers, and the title is from Thickers, and then I've also got some enamel brads, more down here, chipboard, as well as ephemera and stickers, and some word titles down here. Now I like to use lots of dimensions, so sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't, but I did use, this is one of the big frames, and I believe it's probably supposed to go horizontal, but I used it in a vertical fashion because I just figured it really did work with the photo, and there was enough space on the side here that you're not missing anything. So this was the done with the Simple Stories True Colors collection. Now this one here, this was for Cherry on Top. A couple of weeks ago. I just hadn't posted. I did put it in the gallery. I just hadn't done a video or posted it to my Facebook channel. But this was actually using paper pads that I've been tearing down and wanting to get some of the items used. I had put together some small kits previously, so I just pulled this from one of those kits. I used a Martha Stewart border punch here. That's ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I thought that was perfect. This is documenting her last day of 3-year-old preschool. I've got some Scrap and Happy Studio Flair I used on here. The title, the gold, is actually from a Rosie Studio collection. I used cloud dye. I have some dyes that I used the cloud dyes from. So there's 3 Flair all together. Flowers are all fussy cut. The rainbow is fussy cut. This wood rainbow, I actually just used some distress sprays from the Spritz from Shimmers. I just used 3 different colors to make the rainbow there. That's a freckled fawn rainbow. I used my circle cutter to make the circles here. But again, this was just from a sketch that was on a Cherry on Top for one of their challenges a couple weeks ago. And this was just using a collection that I have that was from a paper pad documenting the little girl's last day of preschool. And then this one is from last week's A Cherry on Top sketch. Now what's funny about this is I had some Pink Fresh Studio papers that I only had like 1 or 2 from the collection. So I just put them all together and came up with this. I don't remember what the collections were, but you'll see here I did use a white piece of cardstock from my own inventory, but I think there's 1, 2, 3, like 5 different Pink Fresh Studio collections that I combined to go ahead and make this layout. Now this is my daughter Elizabeth. She lives in Florida, so when she came in to visit, this is how Quinn is with her. Quinn just loves her Aunt Liz. And I had these Scrap and Happy Studio Flair that say Best Aunt Ever. So I decided to use that, and I just used their names with the title. These butterflies that I have here are something that I got from Temu. And I've only ordered from Temu once or twice. I just have so much stuff I don't need to be, you know, going crazy adding things to my inventory that I don't need. This twine here is from Lawn Fawn. This is just my favorite twine that I will run out of someday and be so sad because I can't find it anywhere. This is just something that I received. I believe it was in a Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I used some enamel from Nuvo to make some tails here on my little butterflies. These chipboard hearts are from Kingston Crafts, something that I had gotten in, you know, I mentioned before from when I go to She Loves Color. The camera here is from another Pink Fresh Studio collection that I just have pieces of, so I use that there along with the banner. And this is just a piece of ribbon that I had in my collection that I actually just rubbed some Distress ink over. I did use a stencil on the background. You just can't really see it very well. I used oh, I forget what color of Distress ink on that. Just the light pink one. I can't remember the name of it. If I do, I will mention it. But yeah, again, this is all different collections. And really what I was looking for, and it's driving me crazy that there's a piece of hair here. I love this paper here. And of course, the way I use it, I covered up so much of it, but I just thought this was a really pretty piece of paper. And this was for actually last week's A Cherry on Top. Anything that I've done for a Cherry on Top, you can find in the Cherry on Top gallery. But I just wanted to do a quick layout share. Now, last but not least, let me put this away real quick, right next to me. I actually have this layout that I did quite some time ago. This was using a scrap room kit. This is a photo play collection, and I submitted this to the Creative Scrapbooker magazine for one of their layout calls, and I'm happy to say I'm actually published. They selected this, I sent it in, so it's just back to school layout. Jennifer Kozar, Orland Park, Illinois, but that was so exciting. It was just fun to submit something, and you know, I love scrapbooking. I love doing what we do here, and to be acknowledged in a small way of, you know, saying, hey, we would like to post this, was really, really exciting. I'm gonna watch for these calls, and if I ever have something else that gets, it tells you here that first time contributor, if I ever have something else, I'll always share it with you. But when you do get selected, you can't share it until they actually put the magazine out. So anyway, that was exciting. I saved my letter, I've got the magazine, so I'm gonna do something with that as far as maybe putting this in a frame and putting that stuff with it. But this is my son, and we had just gone out to breakfast before he started his next semester. 23, so last year. Yeah, he was going to college, my baby boy. But anyway, I just wanted to share that this was in the magazine, share what I made, and share a few other layouts that I had put together. So I'm not usually one to do layout shares, but it just seems like that's what I've got the time for at the moment. So why not share what I have been creating and let you know that I'm here and still just working on stuff, just taking my time, and that I love to hear from you. I love that you're subscribing, that you're commenting, all of that stuff. I'm glad to be here and plan to stay around, but I hope you like everything. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.